Hey everyone, it's Dominator. So we're gonna go over this Valentine's Day race, and we are using, excuse me, the Ferrari LaFerrari, and it is a fully maxed out car. Free to try for, well, not a free to try, but it is upgraded and regulated is the word I'm looking for everyone in this event. So at the start in particular, this will be the most annoying part of this race because the AI is going to surround you. Their corpses are going to be everywhere. They're going to potentially hit lots of parked cars, slowing you down. And then once we get through into the lane restriction portion, they are just going to be in the way. So, there's not much advice that can be offered other than knowing that they are going to go for the blue nitro bottles. So here I'm basically just going to be using the nitro to just blast through the AI as much as possible. And of course, now again, there's going to be another blue bottle that they're going to converge on. And then coming up, these parked cars, if you are behind the AI at this point or have not taken them out, you can anticipate these cars getting in your way. But we can pick up some near misses, and of course I was getting stuck behind this one and could not get away. My preferred route is the left. I'm just more comfortable with it. You can go right if you choose. I prefer just a small drift down here without the accelerator on so that I just kind of hug this wall. That way I'm not at risk of hitting, the side barriers there. Also make note that just before entering those lanes and then exiting, there is a segment that can slow you down, so you want to be in a nitro state going into and out of that portion there. Of course, here I'd prefer to be in the middle of the road, which I wasn't, and trying to drift nicely around that corner was not the best, but we're going to get it done. We're going to go into orange nitro over that ramp. We're going to swing left and then, hug this wall so that we can get into the next ramp, and we're going to be in orange nitro. Nice, thankfully this car, by the time we land, you can start drifting without the accelerator on and probably be alright to not hit the right side of the wall of the tunnel. If you do, it's an automatic wreck. We also need to be careful for some reason, somewhere around the corner, like where the barricade hits and the arch, the bottom arch of this tunnel portion. If you hit that for some reason, you can wreck as well. Also now we've collected enough nitro from the ramp as well as drifting through here that on this ramp here we are going to go into shockwave. Maximize this airtime and keep it so that we can maintain shockwave as we go into the barrel roll and into airtime. Mine just ran out, so I probably could have held on like a millisecond more off the first ramp before initiating shockwave, but I was already getting up to good speed by this point anyway. And so as you see, we're going to fly over the buildings. Two ways. One, I was already well positioned anyway, so I can stay to the left, but just be careful of this parked truck. You can go on to the right side of it too, as long as you're in a nitro state. Here we're going to do a small drift without the accelerator on and let go, and then get back into orange and just come down here. I find this is a faster route, that there's less drifting as a result, and as much as the yellow nitro bottle is nice to get on the right hand side, you've already lost a bit of time by taking a longer route and having to drift, and then it doesn't angle you very well to come down to this portion of the track either. And if you do miss that yellow nitro bottle, then you wasted your time trying to maneuver there and you're going much slower. So this is just a nicer way, and you can use that blue nitro bottle. I mean, we've collected some nitro as well from the drift getting into that section, but just use the blue nitro bottle to increase your airtime speed as we fly from the upper level down to this lower level. I find with this car here, I need to drift around this corner just ever so slightly to avoid this pickup coming up, or hitting the wall and being on the sidewalk, and of course doing that would slow you down even more. I'm going to pick up this blue bottle here. I'm still in a yellow nitro state. Now there's another thing to consider here as well. You want to be as close as possible to the left barricade. I find that because of this car's handling, particularly when we're at top speed, now we are, or I am at top speed at this moment in time, that if you are not, you are likely going to drift and you're going to hit the right barricade coming up here. And we want to be in a nitro state, obviously, over this portion of sidewalk because it will slow you down. But also if you run into this barricade, it is going to bounce you to the left hand barricade, and then because it's an S curve coming up ahead, you're just going to bounce from wall to wall to wall, and so you're going to lose all your speed. You're going to have no nitro, and it will just be a disaster, and you might even wreck. So just be cautious in this section here. If you need to drift, make that drift so that you position yourself better. It is better to do that than it is to keep bouncing off the walls. One trick that you can do too, if you know you're going to bounce off of a wall, so in this case here, if we're going to hit this left-hand barricade, we know it's going to throw us right. So if you know that you're going to hit it, just use your joystick and keep it left. So you're going to go essentially into the wall. You know you're going to go into the wall, but hold it as you bounce off the wall, and that will reduce the amount that you get thrown right, and it will help you to stay at least in the lane that you're hoping to in the end. Through here, we're just going to avoid the sidewalks as much as possible. I'm going to pick up this nitro ball just so I can get some more speed and make sure I cross that finish line fully. And that's basically it. 107,534. So all of that will help you get, the blueprints for the LaFerrari. It'll help you beat all the times, win the race, etc., so that you can earn all the rewards for this event. I mean, we're still very early in this event, and it does go on for 11 days. But, I mean, even then, the rewards are not, that exciting either. This is an S-Class pack. You only get 2 blueprints or coins out of it, and you can only get 2 possible blueprints out of this. I mean, the selection is actually pretty good in terms of the epic blueprints, but the drop rate is probably not phenomenal on this either, so you're not likely to get a big load of stuff anyway. But with the amount of people who can play this and try this event, it can run up pretty high, and so a top 10% can probably be quite a number of players, so that's quite generous. Alright, so good luck to you out there, racers, and I'll see you in the top 10%.